Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
I got a couple different stories for you here. Here's the first one. Check your bets. Thousands could receive a new $1,400 stimulus check through a lottery. Find out if you're eligible. More than 2,000, let me zoom this in, more than 2,000 Americans in Iowa could receive a stimulus check worth $1,400 as part of a lottery. It is being funded using around $3.5 million from Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan. To be eligible, low to moderate income Americans must live in Johnson County, Iowa, since March 2020, and they must show evidence that they were adversely affected by the pandemic. Around 2,500 people will be randomly selected for the checks. Officials say that those eligible may not have gotten the federal stimulus payment or may have suffered from home insecurity. So again, this is a county. Remember, there's states, cities, and counties that are sending out money. And this is a county sending out $3.5 million worth of stimulus checks in Iowa. So again, they all got money, and this is a county sending out money. So I will keep you up to date here. So again, here's another one as well. A stimulus type program. Regulators just approved a $90 electric bill credit for low-income Mainers, people in the state of Maine. This one-time credit is expected to be applied automatically to 90,000 customers' accounts by March 30th. The Maine Public Utility Commissions approved a one-time $90 bill credit Thursday for roughly 90,000 low-income customers of Central Maine Power and Versant Power to help offset increased electricity supply rates. Quote, there's no question this winter has hit a lot of Mainers very hard, and this relief is being provided by outside sources with no adverse effect on other ratepayers. I think it is a win-win, said the chair commissioner. The commission voiced unanimous support for this one-time credit, which is expected to be applied to qualifying customers' accounts automatically this March, which starts like in a day. It will be paid for by the Maine State Housing Authority using funds from the Home Energy Assistance Program, or HEAP, for low-income residents. This action is an emergency response by state officials to soaring electric bills this winter, linked to an 80% hike in the PUC-approved standard offer electricity supply rates. Now, what's interesting about that type of program, the HEAP program and the LIHEAP program, is that $90 credit is for that specific state, Maine, but there are programs like that HEAP and LIHEAP in all 50 states that you can apply for if you are low income. In all states. And I have literally had thousands of people here on my channel comment and say, thanks for telling me about that program. I went and, again, it's slightly different. It's not for that $90 credit, but they have programs in all 50 states and territories as well that you can go and apply for assistance for gas, electric, and utility assistance, as well as rent assistance and homeowners assistance, and different programs there. And they have assistance, billions of dollars that have been approved from the third stimulus check package and just state programs that you can get if you're low income. And I have had thousands and thousands of our viewers saying, Thanks, Jimmy, for even telling me about this. I didn't know about this. I have several different videos that show you how to apply for this. I don't charge a penny to watch my channel or anything like that. If you ever see a comment in the comment section saying, call me or text me or, you know, for an investment or anything like that, it's a scam. Be aware that there's a lot of scammers on YouTube and even Facebook and, you know, all these different platforms. So just be aware that if you ever see anything like that, don't ever call or text anybody off a phone number, off of YouTube or Facebook or WhatsApp or anything like that. I don't have any phone numbers for you to call, okay? If you ever see that, it's a scam. It's just somebody impersonating me. But I do have videos for you to watch showing you how to apply for rent assistance, mortgage assistance, and utility assistance directly from the government, directly from government websites. Again, I don't charge a penny to watch my videos. I don't charge a penny to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe down below. It literally just, you click a button, you subscribe. All that means is that you will see our videos more often. The YouTube algorithm will make it so you won't miss out on our videos. That's basically about it. And remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. But I know not everybody will remember that. After subscribing, if you click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and that will give you reminders on your device. But I have literally, on a daily basis, I'm finding all these different type of programs for you guys. I'm going to keep you up to date on the federal stimulus checks. I'm going to keep you up to date on state programs. I'm going to keep you up to date on what's going on here with our country, daily news, everything you guys need to know about here. I'm your one-stop shop here, and of course, just kind of our fun little community here. I know we've kind of all grown together as a family, and also I'm, you know, keeping in touch with Congress here as well. I'm sending out messages on Twitter and emails directly to Congress for you guys. I see your guys' comments here every single day on a daily basis, and we need to also be a voice to Congress here going forward for stimulus checks, SNAP benefits, student loan forgiveness, debt relief, all those different things, right? We have a large voice here on YouTube and as a community, and I see your guys' comments here every day, every single day. I'll be here for you guys, just kind of as a voice here for you as a community. Ukraine officials have actually arrived at the Belarus border for talks with Russia. Yeah, you can see here a Ukrainian delegation has arrived near the border with Belarus to hold talks with Russian officials. Ukraine's armed forces continue to hold off Russian troops, and Ukraine is basically asking for a complete ceasefire and Russia's withdrawal during these talks. I personally don't think Russia's going to do that. Putin would be seen as a failure for doing this. You can let me know your thoughts if this is going to happen. I doubt Putin's going to do this. The only way Putin would do this is because the sanctions are growing ever increasingly worse. Remember that multiple Russian banks have now been taken out of the SWIFT financial system, which is kind of crippling to their banking system and their financial systems. And it's getting worse here by the day. Russia has had to increase their interest rates to 20% in an emergency move. They had to increase their interest rates from 9.5% to 20% overnight, more than doubling it. So imagine if we had 20% interest rates. Imagine if you had to pay a 20% interest rate on your home loan. Yeah, that would be, I mean, that'd be like going back 50 years ago, right? I mean, right now, you know, home interest rates are like 3-4%. I mean, the Fed right now in the US is talking about increasing interest rates 0.25%, right? They just increased their interest rates to 20% overnight. Yeah. So it's absolutely crazy. They're doing this in response because of the sanctions. And because, as you can see here, their dollar equivalent, the ruble, is basically collapsing. And they're raising interest rates to try to help prevent this from happening. It's basically lost over 33% of its value here just in a few days compared to the US dollar. That's unheard of. I mean, that's very, very significant. So, of course, oil's increasing. We all know that because of this whole scenario. The price of gas going up as well. And, that, of course, affects United States Americans here. And it's going to probably increase inflation here at home and everything. Honestly, Russia's getting hit from every side of the equation here. You talk about bad news, they're just literally getting it one thing after another. Oil corporation giant BP said that they're going to exit and withdraw from their $14 billion stake in Russia. So this is now going to be another significant withdrawal from the, BP is a global company. They're not just in the US. And multiple different companies are pressuring oil companies like BP, Exxon, Chevron to basically just completely withdraw from Russia. And BP, the first company to already step up and say, okay, we'll do it. So you can see this headline here: BP to exit its $14 billion stake. I mean, they don't do that stuff lightly. Oil giant in stark sign that Western business is breaking ties over the UK invasion. Yeah, BP's role in the oil company has been one of the most significant Western investments in Russia ever, and they're now just cutting ties with Russia just like that. Just like that. And don't forget that Russia's stock exchange dropped by like 50% just in the first day or two of the invasion. The whole world basically started just withdrawing their money from the Moscow Stock Exchange. And who knows what's going to happen this upcoming week as well. And going forward, Russia's just losing money everywhere. Everywhere. So I guess it's possible that Putin could withdraw because of how bad the financial problems, their dollar collapses, interest rates having to be just drastically increased to help try to solve this problem. Remember, when you raise interest rates, it kind of brings inflation down. It's kind of a checks and balance system. But their dollar's collapsing, their stock market is collapsing, sanctions are just crushing them from all different avenues. I mean, they have like over a dozen countries sanctioning them left and right, the whole EU. And now the EU says the EU is actually going to purchase and deliver weapons to Ukraine in a historic first. The EU, the European Union, has never actually even done this. So you see the amount of strength and support against Russia. Not many countries are united with Russia at this point, besides China, really. And you really just see how many people and countries are standing up against Russia. In fact, former President George W. Bush, obviously a Republican, and he is pretty looked up to here by the country because he dealt with the 9/11 attacks, and he sent out a statement here condemning Putin's attacks, which is quite a little bit different than what former Republican President Trump had to say about Putin here recently. But Republican President George W. Bush, here's what he had to say. George W. Bush's statement says, Russia's attack on Ukraine constitutes the gravest security crisis on the European continent since World War II. He says, I join the international community in condemning Vladimir Putin's unprovoked and unjustified invasion of Ukraine. The American government and people must stand in solidarity with Ukraine and the Ukrainian people as they seek freedom and the right to choose their own future. We cannot tolerate the authoritarian bullying and danger that Putin poses. Ukraine is our friend and democratic ally and deserves our full support during this most difficult time. Yeah, so let me know your thought here. Obviously, Republican former President George W. Bush saying that. Yeah, it's just a really tough time here for Ukraine and Putin. And, you know, they're going to have these peace talks, but Putin has not shown any signs of wanting to withdraw. We'll see, but I'm not going to hold my breath. You can let me know your thoughts. I mean, we'll see. Meanwhile, Biden orders up to $350 million, this is million, not billion, to be released for the military aid for Ukraine. This is money that was already approved and allocated from the Foreign Assistance Act. So they're just going to be taking this money that's already there from the Foreign Assistance Act in defense articles and services of the Department of Defense for military and education training, and to make the determination required under such sections to direct such a drawdown. And we're also seeing, remember I mentioned the EU is going to purchase and deliver weapons to Ukraine in a historic first. The US did that already, but multiple countries helping as well. The entire EU, Germany, which had come under intense criticism for refusing to export weapons to Ukraine during the military buildup, reversed its position now and said it would send 1,000 anti-tank weapons and Stinger missiles to Ukraine. Sweden is an EU member but is not in NATO and historically maintained a neutral position, is now sending 5,000 anti-tank weapons, helmets, body shields, rations, as well as $50 million in funding directly to Ukraine. Denmark will transfer 2,700 anti-tank weapons and allow volunteers to join and fight with Ukraine as well. Belgium is sending additional machine guns and anti-tank as well. Hungary said it would provide fuel and 28 tons of food. So really, we have multiple, probably dozens of countries all stepping up in their support for Ukraine. The question is, will it be enough? Will it be enough? Because other countries are not really getting involved in the war effort per se with people. And the question is will this develop into a World War III type of situation?
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.